everyone, this is Ruby Ray from Pinup Style Magazine. I'm just going to quickly go over how to submit photos on our website. We don't accept submissions through social media or through email, and we do that on purpose because I wanted a simple way that was professional, but also that was easy for us, our team at Pinup Style Magazine, to track all submissions and make sure that we are getting all of our release forms submitted, and that we have a way to have a record of all of our submissions as well as our magazine issues going forward in the future. So what you're looking at right here is our website. This is our homepage. You can see up here that there's different tabs. We've got home, we've got about, which it kind of talks about, about us, what our mission statement is, etc. We've got model opportunities. This just describes what all of our main issues. So when you have time, you can peruse through this and take a look at, what our requirements are for each of these main editions. At the very bottom, you'll see our special editions. It talks about that, and those are our monthly editions. So I need to update this to take off October and November, but these are our monthly special editions. So these are the ones that we only accept during these months. And then the rest up here are recurring editions. These are the ones that we accept submissions for year round. So, and then we only publish them once we have enough submissions. So it's very similar to Retro Lovely and how they handle their main editions versus their special monthly editions. So it's very similar in that regard. So Showcase, we still have a lot of work to do on this one. This is just a place for us to put all of our covers that we've published, and we've published way more than what's on here. So we're a little behind, but we're catching up. So we've got our release forms tab and then our requirements / submissions tab. A lot of people probably start out with the submissions tab, so I'll start there. It doesn't matter. You can start on the release forms tab or the submissions form. It's fine. We added this up here just because a lot of people were asking what our requirements were. So if you had been to our website before, you probably didn't see this, but this is something that was added. It just quickly goes over our minimum requirements before you can submit, or before we'll accept a submission. So this is our submissions form. There are some required fields. I don't require a pinup stage name because I realize not everybody has one, but if you do enter one on the form, that is the name we're going to use when we publish your photos. So if you don't want us to use your pinup name, either say so in the notes at the bottom. I'll show you the notes down here where it says describe your photos, or you can just add any notes in here at all. Or just don't put anything in there because that'll tell me you want me to use your legal name. And I do need your legal name because I'll get to that in a moment. So here are the different issue titles, and you'll see it's a drop down. So you have to select which one that you're submitting these photos for. Now, if you're not sure, you can always email us and ask, and maybe send us a sample photo and we can help you figure it out, or just submit it and I'll go ahead and put it in the right category. So right here, you'll see if you're submitting for one of our monthly editions, so like the holidays issue, Baby It's Cold Outside, or our New Year's Eve issue, or our Halloween issue, any of those special edition issues, you would click on special editions. And then when you do that, it pops up this extra little field down here where you can specify which special edition it is. And if you want us to tag you on social media, go ahead and fill these out. Again, they're not required. A lot of people, I already know what your Instagram handle is, but for the most part, or I can just find you. Usually when I'm publishing these and putting the posts on social media, I try to find people. But it is helpful if you give it to me so I don't have to search for you. So here is where, in order to submit this form, you have to select these boxes. If you don't check these boxes, because they are required fields, it won't let you submit the form. And that's on purpose. So some people were like, well, it won't let me do it unless I do the release forms. Well, yes, that's the intention. That's because I don't want you submitting anything unless you've done a release. Now you can click these boxes and submit the releases after you've done your finished this submission form. You can absolutely do that. But this is you this is you saying, yes, I've done it or I intend to do it. So if you don't send me the release forms and I don't receive them, I won't publish your photos. And I keep track. I keep track of every single submission that we get, every single model release we get, and every single photographer's release we get. I have a spreadsheet and everything. So I keep track of everything. And also the website spits out data to us. If I need to collect a bunch of data on what we've received, the website spits that out for us. So I can't foot stomp that anymore than I have already, but just make sure you do those. I will send reminders. Sometimes, I might not have time to send you a reminder, so it might take me a few days. So if you want your publication to get through quickly, get those release forms in. I can't guarantee I will always have time to send out reminders because we're getting busier and busier, but I'll do my best. And just know that if you haven't seen your stuff published yet, you might want to see if your release form has been done. And if you are the one submitting the form, you're responsible for, like, say you're the photographer, you are responsible for making sure the model sends in their release form and vice versa. So we've tried to make it easy. So here's little hyperlinks right here. So it'll take you to each form. And it's also hyperlinked up here. You can't really tell, but where it says photographer's release and model's release, those are both hyperlinks as well. And it'll take you straight to the form. So down here is where you attach all of your photos, right here. So it's really easy. You hit submit and there you go. So let me show you the form. So if you click here, let's say photographer's release, it takes you there and you fill this out, and the model release and the photographer release is on the same page. So you'll see we added this here because people couldn't find the model release. So we added this so it tells you to keep scrolling, basically. So you just go down here and here's the model release, even though it's still hyperlinked. So if I were to go back, I'll show you for people that don't understand hyperlinks. You go here, hit model release, voila, there you are. It's on the same page, but it just took you straight there. And then we also added these buttons. Somebody said, I'm not going to say complain. They didn't complain. They just said, hey, there's no way to get back to the submissions form. And I was like, hey, that's good feedback. So we added this button and it takes you back to the submission form. So you don't have to go trying to find it. You don't have to go back up here to the tab or anything. So we've got all that. Hopefully this answers everybody's questions. I will respond via email whether or not we've accepted your submission, and I will also respond when your submission is published. So if you don't get an email from me, I'm never annoyed when you follow up and ask me questions. So go ahead and I will answer, or not, I keep saying me, but we have a team. So we will answer your questions via email, via social media, wherever you contact us. Feel free to reach out. We can answer questions that way. We just can't accept any submissions via those avenues. It has to be done on the website. Okay, hope to see you soon.